Hello and welcome back to the technical guide to Factorio. Woo! Yeah, I told you I'd keep doing the woo. Anyway, this time we are going to do, once again, two things, because two things seems to just be a great quantity of things to do in Factorio. So the first thing that we're going to do is work on expanding our power system so that this single water pump is at capacity for now, which will be important. It's pretty good. And then what we work on is getting up to the level of steel furnaces, which are these nice doohickeys, in order to work our way towards actually getting laser turrets, which are pretty important. Now, you might note, as you watch through the video, that these turret clusters, I don't ever really mention them because I built them in between the last episode and this one because I just couldn't take the amount of biters. So what we have here is around the camp, one here, 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 and here. We have clusters of 4 turrets loaded to the brim with ammunition. It's being produced over here. We actually build that. And it kills all the biters. And it's surrounded by stone walls, which are just powerful walls that protect the turrets from getting damaged, in theory. I mean, so long as the biters don't get around them, which at some point will be fixed with gates and stuff. But in order to do that, I built a small production line for stone walls. To make stone walls, you just need these smooth stone bricks, which, if we go into here, find these bricks right here, a stone brick, is as simple as putting 2 stone into a furnace and smelting it, and then it gets turned into smooth brick. These smooth bricks are then turned into stone walls, and we mass-produced some stone walls in order to defend our base. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's been working really nicely. Anyway, that's enough of that. We are going to get right into actually working on the various things we're going to do today. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually work on making a more efficient power system for our base. Because we are about to start... I mean, how's our power already doing? We're already halfway through as much power as we can produce. And in the future, we are going to significantly expand our system, even pretty quickly. We're also going to work on taking up to laser turrets, which we're going to start with oil processing, which should be pretty good. So with this system, we can create 3 of these lines off of each individual pump. One pump can fuel, I believe it's 15 boilers, and 4 boilers fuels 3 steam engines perfectly. So if we do 12 boilers, 9 steam engines, that is how much we can efficiently use off of one pump. So we're going to work on producing those. And of course, we're going to need butt-tons of iron, which will require us to actually put some fuel in that particular little furnace there. And to actually link up one of our drills, which apparently I just noticed is not is not actually connected to the system. Watch, look over here. Look at that drill. Disgusting. It's not connected. That's the worst. We're gonna do that right now. Perfect. Done. Thank you very much. Okay. So in order to build our defenses, I kind of took apart our system a bit. So we're actually gonna put that back to where it's supposed to go. Don't worry about it. Things had to be demolished. It was for the best. So we're going to grab a ton of iron because we're going to need a butt ton of iron. And we need to produce 6 of those steam engines. And then we need our boilers, which, as you might recall, require stone. So we're going to take that from... Should we take that from here? I mean, I guess there's stone in these dudes, and we can just steal it out of there. We're going to need a lot of stone, though. So maybe not the ideal situation. So how many are we going to need? We're going to need 8 stone furnaces, which is going to require somewhere around 40 stone. So, you know what? I'll just work out getting that stone and then we'll be right back, because that's a lot of stone, mate. A lot of stone. Okay, so we've got all the boilers all set up. We are now going to actually construct this system. So, what we need to do is build a system where we have all of these steam engines working, but at the same time, we can also supply it with coal. Preferably in a uniform manner, which is exactly what we are going to do. So what we're going to do is put these steam engines in a grid area with one block in the middle, and then of course build off of that the boilers, exactly how we had the other ones. Hook those up to the water with just a few pipes. And now what we're going to do is send a conveyor belt up this way. We're going to kill our entire power system in the meantime as well, because, you know, we got to do it. Someone had to do it. Look, it's fine. Oh, yes, look at that. Oh, my word, they just fought a bunch of biters and didn't die. Oh, we didn't have to do anything. It's beautiful. Anyway, okay. It's a defensive system. Of course we have a defensive system. We don't need to freak out over that. Although it is so good, though. So what we're going to do is send a conveyor belt down this way, and another conveyor belt, the same concept, down yonder. We're going to have an inserter at the end picking and putting coal directly onto these conveyor belts, which is how the coal is going to get down to the boilers, and then we'll have a situation just like this, these inserters, to put coal into these burners. It is a real nice system. I quite enjoy it indeed. Okay. Do we have... We don't have the next level of electrical pole yet. That's not the best. Well, that's fine. We'll put an electrical pole there. We're going to have to use a few underground conveyor belts just to make room for the electrical poles for those two. Steam engines, there's really no other way to get them attached to the system. It's kind of unfortunate, but it has to be done regardless. So we have for ourselves here these dudes. They'll head over here, and then with the simple majestic qualities of the inserters, we will triple our power just like that. We do, of course, need some actual, like, power poles, so there you go. Very nice. So that is as simple as it is. We have increased our power multiple times over. So good. So we'll have to watch our coal system. I don't think it should need any additional... no, it should definitely. I'm pretty sure it's going to need some additional drills, because that's just a ton of coal that it needs to actually use. So we're going to add one, maybe two more drills. I don't actually know what the optimal quantity of drills on one of these is, but at the same time, I always build my coal systems so that I'm producing significantly more coal than I actually need. It's just one of those things I do. It makes certain that even if these drills stop running, we still have power for a decent amount of time, so I think it's a good idea. If you don't think it's a good idea, we'll get out. That's all I have to say. So there we go. We now have, as you can see, massive production capabilities. Solid. So now that we've increased our power, and of course when we need to increase our power next time, by the way, we need to make some more magazines for this dude, which we should probably actually mass produce magazines. We should do that. So if we do want to increase our power at later times, we can create new systems of this, just off of a different pump. It will be beautiful. So we should probably manufacture rounds at this point. We'll put some rounds in there just for now, but we will do one step better. So I believe that these rounds are just iron plates. Yeah, they're just iron plates. Ooh, get wrecked. Perfect. So we'll be able to just throw an inserter down there, set up some regular magazines, and then just have this put it into a box that we can then deliver rounds to these turrets. Because we're not going to build a system to automatically supply them, because we're going to get electrical turrets soon enough, which are far better. And all of that extra infrastructure we would have to build is not worth it. So, now that we've got our power set up, the next thing that we want to do is something. What do we want to do next? You know what? Give me a second to figure out what we actually want to do next. And then we'll go, wait, nope. I already know. Sorry, I forgot. I remember what we're supposed to do next. We need steel. Woo! So steel is the next level of quote-unquote raw product. I mean, it's technically not raw product. It's technically refined product. But, it's only one step refined. So in order to make steel, as you can see here, we need 5 iron plates, and we need them in any variety of furnace, which is perfect. So easy. So we're going to get ourselves 2 stone furnaces. We're also going to work on grabbing a few more laboratories because, quite frankly, we are not producing tech fast enough. So while those laboratories are getting up and running, we're going to put a couple furnaces down here. Easy as that. And then we will have that go like that. Perfect. Well, actually, given that if you check steel, it requires 5 times iron plates in order to produce 1 piece of steel. So if we use normal inserters, there's a strong potential that it's going to take a while for all of that product to actually get into the furnace, thereby decreasing productivity slightly. And we don't want decreased productivity from stupid little things like that. That's ridiculous. What are you on about? Instead, we are going to use fast inserters, which we can build, just as soon as we actually have those laboratories finished. And speaking of having those laboratories finished, they are coming up right now. So to expand upon our previous research infrastructure, it's real easy, mates. You just keep adding laboratories in a line, and then you just extend, well, as soon as we actually have conveyor belts, you extend this line out here, and it's perfect. Now we have significantly increased laboratory productivity as soon as we actually get the rest of those inserters up there. And we will research tech so long as we actually have enough science packs to fuel all of these. We should research tech more than twice as quickly now. So with that, we can now get back to work on the steel production. So we've got the steel working in there. You can see how it's already smelting up in the furnace, which is brilliant. I enjoy that. I enjoy the smell of roasting iron in the morning. It's so good. No particular reason why in the morning. It's just, weird like that. And for now, we're going to have this iron put into a box because we don't actually have a use for it yet, but we will have a lot of uses for it fairly soon. Oh my word. Those disgusting biters actually got around and took down one of our turrets. Well, I mean, they didn't actually take it down. It's still standing. But, my word, I will not stand for this. Not stand for it at all. Not in the slightest. Ooh, oil processing. Nice. What do we get? Pump jack, oil refinery, chem plant, and all of those things. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So what else do we need to get towards the lasers? We need lasers, which requires apparently advanced electronics, which doesn't look like it'll take too long, so we can work that out. Or we could do sulfur processing. I think we'll do sulfur processing instead, because electronics won't actually give us anything that we'll be working on immediately. Sulfur processing is a bit more important, I think. Unless, wait, we need to check one thing. Can we produce plastics right now? We cannot. So since that's the case, we are definitely going to do sulfur processing, because that is quite an important tech, and we'll be able to start working out oil refinery with that. So now we've got our nice little system. Now that we have steel, we can actually start dealing with upgrading our furnaces to the next level of furnace, which is here somewhere. As soon as we don't actually have it yet, do we? Do we not? Oh no, advanced material processing hasn't actually been researched yet. Well, research advanced materials processing, that's pretty important. I had mistaken that for a tech we'd actually done so far. So, we are going to wait for advanced materials processing to get done. And once that's done, we'll start working on actually building up the infrastructure to manufacture our steel furnaces, which will increase the productivity of all of our production lines. So, I'll be back with you as soon as that is done researching. Okay, so we got advanced materials processing now. So that should allow us to actually produce the steel furnaces that we're looking to build, which is usually important when you're looking to build things, actually being able to produce them anyway. Doesn't matter. We're going to work on sulfur processing next, as we were going to before I realized that, of course, we didn't actually have advanced materials processing, which is kind of important. So, while I was waiting for that, I moved the cooked stone production line so that it's going all the way over to where we're actually going to set up the steel furnace production facility, because steel furnaces require, as we can see here, steel and stone bricks. So with both of these down here, it'll be a simple matter actually getting that built up. We will now get a nice production facility right there. And we should very easily, with just a few inserters, which of course we can easily get because we're the best. I mean, who in the world can't get a simple inserter? Maybe someone who was just dropped into this hellhole of a world and doesn't actually know how to do anything? Could be the case, maybe. I think maybe a really, high-class lawyer could make a case for that one. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a legit case, but it's a case regardless. Okay, there we go. Now we've got the steel furnace running. We just need to actually stop this from picking all the steel off the line. And we should start producing steel furnaces. I mean, we're not going to produce them very quickly because, as you can see, we're not producing steel very quickly. So we should probably work on that. We're going to put in a couple more stone furnaces here. And perhaps the first area we're going to switch over to steel furnaces will be this particular production area for the steel. Because if we can produce more steel, which these stone furnaces cook things faster and use less fuel in the process, that's the two big advantages of them. If we can replace these with steel furnaces, we will of course increase the efficiency of producing iron, thereby producing more steel furnaces, which is kind of important when you want to change everything over to steel furnaces. You know, we could probably also take all of the steel that we put into this box, which is apparently only 54 steel, which is disgusting because that's a tiny quantity of steel. That's like nothing. And we'll put it back onto the conveyor belt and have our nice picker pick that up as well. Oh yes, look at this. Look at this steel furnace. Steel furnace, baby. Here we go. Boom! Oh, so nice. Look at it. Oh. So its crafting speed, as you can see, first off, the stone furnace has a crafting speed of 1, meaning that everything that's crafted within it is produced at the time it would say in this screen. So, like, steel plates produce 3.5. Stone furnaces will produce them in 3.5 seconds. However, the steel furnace has a crafting speed of 2, meaning that it is going to produce it twice as quickly, which is somewhere around 1.75 seconds. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like our steel furnaces. You should like our steel furnaces. If you don't like our steel furnaces, you're some sort of disgusting heathen. And if you're some sort of disgusting heathen, you don't even deserve to be here. What's going on? My word, who let disgusting heathens in here? That's terrible. Oh my, we already have 6? What the heck? Well, there you go. We can start converting our iron production. Speed up overall production of iron, because who doesn't want to speed up overall production of iron? I sure as heck do. I'm sure you guys want to too. And if you don't, you're disgusting. You're the worst. I don't even know. Okay. So now that we've got steel furnaces being produced, what we need to do is work to move all of these stone furnaces over to steel furnaces. And then what we will do is, first off, it seems like our defensive systems are working fairly decently. So we won't need to focus on defenses probably until we can actually get the electric turrets. So what we should probably work on next is the next level of resources, which is oil. Woo! So much oil. Nope. Take the tree, not the stone. There we go. So we'll work on getting basic oil production up and running. We should have pretty much everything we need to do that. Yep. And with sulfur processing, we should have something to actually produce out of the raw material we make from processing oil. But that is quite a thing, and it's going to have to wait until next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. So before next time, this entire system will be revamped to all steel furnaces, and we'll be able to go into oil processing right away. So until then, thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.